Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new Let's Play on Stellaris Utopia. It has been a while since I last picked up and played this game in a Let's Play. I played it earlier today to test the mods I am using. Now, I am using quite a lot of mods, about 10 I would say, maybe more, and all of them impact the game in such a way that is very, well, some of them are very noticeable from the get-go, and some of them you will see later on. But let's get into the game. Now, we're going to be playing as the Corinthian Commonwealth of Planets, a democratic society, or a direct democratic society, who use the Empire ships, because I didn't really like the Rebel ships, and use hyperspace, and have an interglacial world. Now, I will get onto the worlds a little later on, when we're looking for the mechanics of them, which is going to be done probably pretty soon, let's be completely honest. Ignore all my really waste of space factions that I created long ago. So yes, this is our militaristic, fanatic, materialist democracy. We are Corinthians, humanoids, or humans basically, who are industrious, rapid breeders, conservationists, and we're a bit sedentary and slow learners. We don't like learning, let's be honest, learning's boring. So yes, we do have the Empire ships, and I have got the Empire ships to work into the point where we will have loads and loads of ships to pick from. Each of their own class, because we are using the Star Wars Empire ship mod, which again, all the links will be in the description down below. So let's move on. We're going to be using a huge galaxy. We're going to be playing on elliptical. We're going to have 30 nations. And now I was watching a Let's Play by Captain Shack. I do not remember his YouTube name, but he's way bigger than me, so you'll know who he is. And he was testing or playing around with a hyperdrive only game, and I thought to myself, that's really cool, because I only play with hyperdrive. We do need to turn this down to 1.5. Oh, we'll turn it down to 2. But yeah, so I thought to myself, well, why not? I'll give it a go too. And we are playing with no fallen empires, because they literally ruin the FPS. So let's get in with this. Now, I do apologise for the sound quality, ladies and gentlemen. It isn't very good. I am still at my grandma's recording this, because I don't have anywhere to live yet. So let's get on with that. Now, ignore that. And we're going to be using green turbo lasers, and we can just get rid of all that. So, let's have a look. Oh, we also got the defensive turbo laser Mark 1 green to Mark 3. These are point defense weapons. Well done. Okay, anyway, so let's get straight into the actual tech, and we'll talk about the rest later. So we're gonna go straight with normal techs, which is gonna be gravitic sensors. Heritage sites probably the best there for early on, to get us down the many traditions we've got to go through. And I think we're going to go straight for the Corvette Assembly Yard. Nah, we'll go for Iron Frosters. Now, I am using, like I said, the Star Wars Empire ships. Now, this isn't the one I was using with Zach. This is the official one. Well, not the official, but this is the big one where they have TIE fighters and everything of the sort. Now, we are going to be replacing our chariot, and we are going to be replacing the chariot. Now, I had meant to get the browser open for this, but apparently I had failed horribly, and my browser doesn't want to work, so I'll use a different one. So I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. This may take a few seconds longer than it was meant to. But yes, we are going to be using a generator, because I'm crap at thinking of names, if I'm completely honest. So, yes, we're going to be naming our ship. So this ship is going to be... let's have a look. The Eagle. It's got a bit of an Eagle vibe to it, wouldn't you say? Eagle. Chariot, we're just going to delete. There we go. So this is our Eagle, which means these guys are going to be needed upgraded. So let's upgrade them to the Chariot class to Eagle class, because Chariot class is now an obsolete class we have. Now let's go through one of the first mods I have, which is the Ruler Leveler. I think it's just Ruler Leveler, where basically your rulers gain experience by doing, well, the stuff that is listed right there, holding campaigns or long-term empire management. They also get hobbies, which we'll go into a bit more when we get our first hobby, which will not be too long, actually. It should happen within the first couple of months. See, everything else on this side is the same. And we also have 4 Robot Pop, because of our start. We also have the planetary... Okay, this one I forgot the name of, but basically adds a crap ton of planetary anomalies, and I will, again, it will be in the link down below, so I do apologize for getting its name, but it will be down below, so you guys can have a look for yourself. So yes, that is everything there. So we are using an interglacial planet. Now the planets I've added are reworked planetary diversity, which adds a whole heap of planets, and we are currently, as the best way to just to show you our planet, we are a interglacial, which is a, I think it's the, yeah, here it is. It shows here. No. Come on, show me what I want. Yes, a cold and wet climate. And there are 5 climates and 5, I think there's 5 heat and 5 humidity, or wetness, shall we say, of planets. And there's also 3 special planets, which is 2 methane and ammonia. Now, again, we'll be getting into those when we see them, because they're special classes. Now, first things first, we also need to recruit an admiral, because our admirals are also very special. Also, I can't use any of them because they don't like they don't like the weapons I use. But yes, they have preferred weapons, which they increase the power of to start with. And then there's also energy, and then they also gain other traits. But for now, we're just going to ignore that. So our whole like idea for us for this is really just to test out some mods and add a little bit of a story to it. If you guys want to make the story for me or want to add to it. Also, if you guys want to be in the Let's Play, please comment down below or join my Patreon for your... Well, if you're my patron, you get preferred picking of what character or what person or what fleet you want to lead, or if you want to be a science officer or whatever, you get to pick and rename your... You get to name your character first. That sounds pretty fair to me. Anyway, so let's get on with the actual management. Now, we've got our GCP Wayfarer looking around, getting getting our quite big system done. Corinth is actually a very big system. We're pretty middled. We've got quite a lot of planets that are potential resource opportunities. And I'm going to play on normal speed for the majority, hopefully. And Glenn Weaver has now got a resource recycling hobby. So he's a resources recycler. So let's have a look at what that does, or what he's doing with this, and we'll do this in a minute. So he gets consumer goods cost minus 10%, food consumption minus 5%, building upkeep and robot maintenance cost minus 10%. So this guy is very good for what we're currently how we're situated right now. And the Star Wars weapons mods. You have Star Wars weapons mod and use it in this gameplay. Yes, I do have Star Wars weapon mod in this gameplay. So that will so that's basically saying I have got the Star Wars weapon mods. So and we will hobby focus available. So he will choose a hobby at random. We can pick his hobby or the hobby class, shall we say. So if we go down to over here, we should actually quickly deal with this. So we're going to want a large, we want a full bombardment, of course. Right, so let's go down to his hobby. So these are the hobby types we can have: environmental, production, renowned, folk, research, or fleet. So the hobbies: environmental, agrarian, constructor, social research, and resource recycle. Production is credit investor, constructor, miner, engineering research. Renown is gaining influence, favor edicts, and power unity. Yeah, that is unity. Research is researcher, physics research, social engineer research, or engineering research. And fleet is shipbuilder, logistics, or logisticon. Yep, I'm not even going to bother pronouncing that because I fucked it up so bad. And physics research. So we're going to go for now with production. That's what I like to go for when I was testing this mod out. It was very, very nice, very useful to growing quite quickly. Well, not quickly, but it was very useful just to growing in general. So let's go back to normal speed now. Our fleet here was going to be doing pretty much nothing. I mean, I could scout out with it and try and find some habitable worlds, but there is no real need right this second to do that. So I'm going to just ignore it for now and hope it doesn't bite me in the ass, because I know it's not going to. So we're going to need to, I'd say, increase our resource. We have 4 robots, which are really best at minerals. So I'm going to try and I'm trying on every single planet we get, I'm going to try and have all my minerals focused down by my robots, because they are obviously very good at it. Now, I'm not really a robot guy, as most people will know. I don't normally research anything down the robot tech tree. If anything, I ignore it like the plague, because I honestly don't trust it at all. But I've decided for this Let's Play that I'm going to do 2 things I never do. Be a democracy and, well, have some fun with robots, which shouldn't be too bad. Now, we are positioned in a very, very, very bad position, in my opinion. We're too open to attack. Now, we can block people here, and here and here, if we went for the big block, the 4 there, which means our capital would be safe, but at the same time, I would like to have been, that actually would have been perfect. One entrance to the entirety of there. So if anything, we're going to try and maybe clear that out and see what we can do. But anyway, we are currently quite fine, I would say. I do think we're doing just well. Now, so I think our early game opportunity is going to be to kind of befriend anyone who's around us. Try not to just immediately kill them unless they're immediately aggressive. And we're going to try and keep ourselves as really just a really nice democracy who's not afraid to defend itself from the many enemies we could encounter. So yeah, so we've got to have a look at our planetary edicts. I mean, oh, not planetary, policies is what I meant. We're going to be playing very, very open with our civilization. We're going to let them do what we can. And I am able to do a late game switch to Imperial if I feel like it. At the moment, I don't think that's going to happen for a long time if it does. But yeah, so I think the main way of looking at our empire is I'm going to really treat us like the kind of like the Galactic Republic and the Old Republic. Try and be quite an open source of friendship and but not be afraid to defend myself. So less like them in that sense, more like the late Galactic Republic, where during the Clone Wars, where he wasn't really afraid to throw around military might. Oh, so we've got a bit of engineering research in our capital. That is our home system. That's pretty good. That's okay. I've got not many planets left, and I've only got a bit of research, so that's kind of upsetting. Hey, look, a barren world. We can terraform barrens. I do not remember that being a thing. I'll get to work on that then, ladies and gentlemen. If that was me. Also, we've got 2 barrens that we can terraform here. Very interesting. That's definitely something we're going to get to work on, I would say. Now, the second we get enough unity, I will show you guys my. I'm going to go out and let me say probably my favorite thing that mod I'm running at the moment, other than the actual planetary stuff and ships, and obviously the weapons. Also, quick question. Yeah, I've got my small blasters on. Hopefully, I can get my weapons early this time instead of having to play them for like 5 hours and then still not having my turbo lasers, which, not gonna lie, little bit annoying, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit annoying. Our constructor is doing nothing, just that being a good little constructor. I think it's probably about. I think we should really, yeah, we'll increase our engineering. I mean, we are going for ion thrusters. It's not as if it's the most necessary tech to get right this second, but we also do have orbital research mandate for our leader, so we should probably get to work on anything that increases our research anyway. Now, I think the best thing we're going to do now is go attack Poa. Well, I'm going to go take Poa and shape that into our stuff. This is an interglacial as well. And we have an ammonia world here, which is a rocky world with a nitrogen ammonia atmosphere. This planet's variable gas is ammonia. With temperatures around minus 100 degrees Celsius, the ammonia hydrosphere is stable. And that is a very big anomaly. So we're going to leave that for now. We're not going to worry about that. It's inside our borders, so it's going to be very easy to deal with. Now, do I need food? Because I kind of want to put one of my guys there. I do. That is unfortunate. I was going to move one of my guys over to here. Or one of my robots. I do not want to build any more robots because I don't actually need any. 4 robots are technically more than enough because I only have 3 mines. So we're going to have to. We'll just have to do what we can with that. It's probably a great idea for us to upgrade our fleet when we can. So when we can, we'll build 2 more Eagle-class corvettes. And we'll have them get to work. Now, have you guys refreshed? And nope. Still no really, really nice, what's it called, energy weapon lovers. I'm not much for energy weapon myself, but when we're playing on this, we kind of need that. Now we have to have 150 planets for this to win this, which isn't going to be too much of a pain, I would say. I mean, seeing as I have no fallen empires, it should be a bit less of a problem. Now, I really want to show off the traditions because I don't actually know how much unity we need before I can really show you. So we'll see. We will see. Let's get a Corvette out. Eagle class Corvettes. We're probably gonna have quite a few various ships of each class. And also now the 4th of Glenweaver. As the Chancellor of the Corinthian Commonwealth of Planets, it is my duty to advance the nation beyond mediocrity. Therefore, I have compiled some directions worth investigating. Shouldn't that be directives? Worth investigating? Whatever. When my sovereignty has enough influence, I can select a direction for the people, or a directive for the people. Each decision I have listed can give the Corinthian Commonwealth of Planets a benefit, of course. Some of them have drawbacks. I should think about these carefully. Now we can borrow energy credits, which will lose influence, and take away 10 monthly energy, but given us 1,000, and it will last for 100 months. Or we can rid our planets of the irregularities, which cheapens the block time and cost by 33%. We'll lose one energy and minus 1% of our energy credits. And same with minerals. We'll gain 1 unity and 2% plus unity, and it'll cost us 80 influence. Now, on the capital, getting rid of these early is not really something I worry about, so I think for now we're not going to do this. So let's not do these now. So Glenweaver will be able to conceive another set of directives for the Corinthian Commonwealth of Planets for at least 2 years. Now, if you decide to do them, you can get them every couple of months. But if you decide not to, they take a lot longer to come, like 2 years. So I'm gonna say I think we'll be fine for 2 years. So we're gonna basically say no thank you. And good, we now have a mineral planet on this barren world. Well, when I can terraform these barrens, hopefully they'll actually be useful. So when you're able to, we're gonna need to get you over here and do that. I think I'll get my fifth ship done first. Because, well, they're very, very necessary to my plans. And by plans, I mean to secure the galaxy for the Corinthian Commonwealth of Planets. Now, our capital has been, or our capital system has been fully discovered, and we gained, for the amount of planets we had, we gained quite little in the resource department. We do have a level 3 anomaly, which is probably going to be very, very useful for us, and probably provide me with all the things that I want. But for now, it's just a disappointment, isn't it? I must admit, ladies and gentlemen, these ships are very, very nice. But anyway, so I think we're gonna, ooh, 2 interglacial worlds, very, very close. So these 2 are going to be our survey goals. Now I am going to try and get myself a second survey ship, or science ship, and to survey this side while I have 1 ship survey over here, just to increase the amount, well, increase the speed into which we are able to survey our surroundings. Well, yeah, I don't know why I minced my words there, but you get what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get rid of those survey inactive building, which would be the Unity. Now I think I'm going to put my yeah, robots can't work Unity, but they can't work power or research. So right now, this is actually a waste of my time. There we go. Just put those people back where they were. So that was a waste. So we're going to have to make some power. Ooh, so we've got... so power... It's probably best to look from this, from not ship design, sorry. Expansion planet, it's a 685201. That's a pretty decent planet. The only problem is it's not that big. Now, I don't normally care for planet size, but at the same time, it's always worth investigating or looking at if you have, if you can find a bigger planet to take. So we'll probably be going for Ladium 3. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to investigate that in the next part. I hope you guys have enjoyed part 1. As I said, all the links will be down below for the mods that I have used in this series, even the ones that I have not shown off yet. Again, all down below. And if, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys would like to become my patron on Patreon, it's down there too. Some say professionalism dead, and I fuck that up as well. I'll see you guys in the next part. See you guys then.